I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. I'm not. I don't support it. Period. The end. But I still love my dad, and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
A few moments later.
I've heard what a lot of people are saying, and I am sorry for the hurt that I've caused people. I'm really sorry. Like, again, if you don't want this apology, then it's not for you. And clearly you're not hurt, but I'm apologizing to people that I've hurt, and that's important to me. So if you're a part of the queer community and I've hurt you, I am sorry. If you are a person of color who I have hurt, I am sorry.
As a man who identifies as a lesbian woman and a person of color myself, I accept your apology.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
So Miss Jellywick got cancelled by her audience for saying some very basic shit which wasn't even offensive. Like and subscribe right now because today's topic is so spineless even Jellywick subscribed.
I'm gonna explain it. You guys can believe what you want to believe, I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say like that's not right, that's not what you like, just because I don't act the same way you act. You're not allowed to like coach me through that, because at the end of the day I am somebody that's like, bitch, I'm an ally.
Well, you definitely are an ally, but are they your allies? Because this situation just seems too one-sided to me.
Like
And I know
am
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic.
That's
Everybody knows
and I know
I'm
where
not
I'm
homophobic.
at.
It doesn't matter who I talk to. Like the thing is like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are big. There are people in my family that are homophobic. There's people in my family that are trans. Like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good qualities.
Like, this was one of the very few normal takes on the internet. Like these days when people are literally celebrating someone's death and are running propaganda on their stream. Like, all she said was, yeah, I love my family, they might do things I may not agree with, but they are still my family. And she even made some good points about, if you just shut off everyone who doesn't agree with you, those people will never get a chance to change themselves even if they wanted to, because you guys already made them feel like an enemy. So now they're gonna act like one because they will have no choice.
They have good qualities.
That's fair
and
enough.
what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them. Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. If I were to say to someone who's homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick, yes, I told them what they deserve. However, they aren't ever gonna feel accepting. They're never going to learn how to be accepting. Like, do you understand that if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be exposed to why it's good to be around people that don't think like you, right?
QTCinderella said she's not racist but hangs out with racists, that cutting them off won't stop them from being. I never really watched her, but what an odd thing to say. It's not really an odd thing to say. It's her fucking family. You just don't cut them off like that.
Wait a minute. I'm white.
You know, this is one of the more damning things about these people, that they don't really understand the conversation or the point. Anyone who slightly disagrees with them should be pushed out of their atmosphere, is what they believe. And this is so fucking I cannot even comprehend this logic. What is with the uptick in the people saying we have to be kind to B? Lol, I am getting worried. Yeah guys, accept everyone. We are so good. The left is so good, guys. We accept everyone except the people who don't agree with us. You know, the situation got so bad that even the French Canadian reacted to the whole situation.
Incorrect. That is still well within the scope of, in my opinion, accepted behavior. Disagreements are not inherently a problem. If somebody in your family says, yo, some wild shit and being racist, whatever, right? What? What is the question mark? Yo, you can say, fuck you, prick, asshat. How is that? You're not out of line. True, but that means that they're in my opinion,
Hello,
if you seem to care that much about it, you have to have some form of process or dialogue. Otherwise, I mean, you're kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to have dialogues. But overall true.
Is trans.
All agree.
Okay, so I don't know what he said, but I agree with him 100%. He might have told you the Russian nuclear codes for all I care, and I will never know. But I agree with him. And you know, even the homeless penguin Zero reacted to this situation.
In my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. But I still love my family. And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them.
She right.
Fighting hate with hate will never get anything anywhere. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. Period. The end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that.
She's getting canceled for being normal.
You can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere.
I did tell her, I was like, cutie, I do think your tone doesn't help because you inherently sound really angry all the time. It just comes off poorly, especially, you know, and I was like, you're also the whitest woman I know. You know, you being so white. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. But I know her. I know her heart. She wants to help, but I feel like there's ways we can do it better.
So who gonna tell these wannabe progressive and socially superior beings that discrimination and racism against white people is also a form of racism and discrimination? Like, I'm not even white and I don't want to pretend like I am. And so I am not going to fight a war which is not mine. But all I can say to these people, especially to people like Valkyrie and Hasan, is at least look at yourself in the mirror, because you guys are just the biggest hypocrites to ever exist. And that's all I must say. Vanilla saying what Cutie said made her uncomfortable and she doesn't agree with it. And she's not going to collab anymore. That's my girl. No, that's not your girl. That's a snake. Okay, so for context, what happened was, after all of this situation, the other person in this frame, that is this creator by the name of Vanilla, I don't know the full name, but yeah, she made a video basically replying to the whole situation. So let's take a look at that.
Simply didn't agree with it. I was uncomfortable, obviously, as you could see in the clips.
Because at the end of the day, I am somebody that's like, bitch, I'm an ally. Like, I
And I know
am
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic.
That's where it's
Everybody
like, and I
knows
know
I'm
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic.
You know who I am, you know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already fucking know. If you're a first-time fucking chatter and you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know shit about me or fucking shit about shit, then of course I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that you're going to make.
With all due respect, watching you throwing your friend under the bus because of some arts on the internet told me everything I need to know about you.
But people who know me and know my character and know what the fuck I stand for know how I'm gonna go about this. So I am simply stepping back from everything, everyone. Gonna touch a little grass.
Well, happy ending I guess, but don't forget to take consent from the grass before touching it, because you really don't know, maybe the grass do not want to be touched by you and you don't actually want to end up becoming the grass Diddy. So be safe out there.
This is my perfect example. It's like, okay, I collab with Lacy. Lacy makes some homophobic jokes sometimes that I am not comfortable with the homophobic jokes Lacy has made. Lacy knows that he can't make those jokes around me. That does not mean that I am homophobic, believe it or not, everybody.
Yes.
Like, you are not who you associate with. Like, shut the fuck up. You're like, you don't build bridges by burning them. That's not how it works.
So here's what. Oh, no. You know what? No, let's talk about the real. Here's what happened. She was in a Discord call. Cutie said something where Cutie was right. Vanilla agreed with it, and then because of the lashback and hate she got from her community, she caved in, went live, and now is throwing Cutie under the bus. I don't care. I'm gonna say how it is. That's literally what's happening. That is literally exactly what is happening.
You're literally just anything your community says, you realize you're like, what? You have a filter, it seems like what are you doing?
You're going to make.
She literally was so nice to us. I'm so confused. And now she's saying she's agreeing with people and that she's uncomfortable with what Cutie's saying. How are people going to call us homophobic and transphobic? We've never even, what have we done that's anywhere near that?
Things got so out of hand that even Detective XQC had to step up.
leave them out of it.
Ray's apologizing. Cutie's apologizing.
It's my fault.
Vanilla Ice or whatever is
I
apologizing.
should have read the room.
Everybody is apologizing. There's
If I could go back in time,
to what I see,
but
no victims,
I'm just sorry.
nobody talking about anything. Everybody's just talking to bots.
a few other things I've seen you guys
Everybody's talking to Clanker
talk
Town.
about it.
You know, the only reason this thing got so out of hand is due to the fact that she apologized.
I am. I really am. I think the way I was wording things was very like irresponsible and wrong, and I'm sorry.
Like and subscribe right now if you want me to touch grass with consent, of course. And there was it for today's Slopic. See you in the next slop.